All right, I'm back on, man. I'm back on. I'm back on for a reason. Uh, we're on to we're on to the story of Jack Crowder. Jack Crowder, who was known professionally as Thalmus Rasulala. He was an American actor with a long career in theater, television, and films, noted for starring roles in Black exploitation films. He was also an original cast member of a legendary ABC soap opera, One Life to Live, from its premiere in the 1960s until he left the show in the 1970s. Life and career, we're going through that one. We'll go start there. Born Jack Crowder. Born Jack Crowder in Miami, Florida, and a graduate of the UR, University of Redlands. He appeared in many films and made guest appearances on television shows. He also attended some classes at Shaw University, a historically black university in Raleigh, North Carolina. In the late 1970s, notable black exploitation film roles that he did. Notable black exploitation film roles included Sydney what's the name? Sydney Lord Jones in Cool Breeze, Dr. Gordon Thomas in Blackula, and Robert Daniels in Willie Dynamite. He also was the assistant director of the Slams. On television, he was known as Skeeter Matthews on Sanford and Son. On Sanford and Son. Ned in the autobiography of was okay, the character he played is Ned. It was in the autobiography of Miss Jane Pittman, Lieutenant Jack Neal on One Life to Live. Bill Thomas, who was the father of Raj D on the old What's Happening show in the 70s, and Omoro Kinte, the father of Kunta Kinte, in Roots. He also appeared on the first season of the legendary Saturday Night Live, which that was hosted by the late Richard Pryor. The late Richard Pryor as a priest in a it was a sketch. It was a sketch that was for Exorcist 2. On the Broadway stage, under his original name, Jack Crowder, Thalmus Rasulala appeared as Cornelius Hackle, what was his name? Cornelius Hackle, in a hit musical Hello Dolly. That's from Dolly Parton. That was starred by Dolly. That was one person was there. I think I don't know. I think it was Dolly Gallagher. Yeah, it came from Dolly Gallagher. He was the leading member of the all black cast that starred people like Pearl Bailey, and Cabell Calloway the third. The Bailey Company, which was formed by Pearl Bailey, It was her company. It opened on Broadway in November 12th, 1967, and was recorded by RCA Victor for the best-selling cast album, which in Rasulala is featured in several songs. He also appeared in Perry Mason, Mannix, The Twilight Zone, All the Family, The Jeffersons, Good Times, Star Trek, The Next Generation, The Sophisticated Gents. His other film roles, including the films that had been seen in the 1970s and the 1980s, Cornbread, Earl and Me, Mr. Rico, Bucktown, The Last Hardman, For Us, The Living, The Medgar Evers Story, The Boss's Wife, and New Jack City as Commissioner Price. The stuff you seen in see Thalmus Rasulala, his life lives it depends on everything else until it's a short little live show that I had to do. It's like I want to read it in a slow manner, but I might want to read that for like 5 or 6 minutes or 7 minutes, but I could read for like 20 minutes if I wanted to. Let me explain to y'all about how it all playing out. I did a couple of tries on the little birdie told me treasure hunt that was on Far Cry 6. Shit was hard as fuck. So I had to like keep feeding the fucking pelican. I'm not going to lie to you. I had to keep feeding the pelican always. Something's wrong with the thing. Hold on. I had to keep feeding the pelican for somehow like two or three times. Then I had to go feed this pelican to get the key out of the pelican to get the treasure. After I had one, two, or three tries, you know, in the treasure hunt, I had to finish it, aced it. Then I had to go to this Mimo Abosi treasure hunt. I had to go get the third relic. So I had to go to the try out and I had to finish that. I had to go try out the blessings, get back to the Olowa cave, and retrieve the third relic. And then I had to start shooting down these bad spirits. And then Olowa, shoot down Olowa with that gun. I opened up that treasure. There was some sort of gun, some sort of a shotgun they had. It had the barrel in it. It almost built like some sort of a or some type of long ass gun that was seen on the old Dirty Harry movie. On the old Dirty Harry movie. That as you may have. Uh so shooting down spirits. I shoot down this Aloha. Then I had to I had to nurse Aloha back to health after I shoot those spirits. Then I found the final amigo. So that's Aloha. Finished with it. I tried that with the with this thing here with the you know the seeds of love. The seeds of love, you know, the whole thing was already been used. I had to bail out of the game and move on into doing what I had to do. But I tried all that, but I had to wait till, on to the personal life and death. Rasulala, yes, Thalmus Rasulala married Shoalin Mozingo on November 6, 1984. He died on October 9th, 1991, from a heart attack in Albuquerque, New Mexico. He was survived by the same woman that he married in 1984, Shoalin Mozingo. And he was survived by her and their 4 children. He was previously married to Martha Roberts long before that, long before that, whom he wed in 1960. They had 3 children together, but they divorced in 1977. His final film role was as General Afeer in the comedy film Mom and Dad Saved the World. It was an old, it was a movie. It was like an American science fiction film. He died shortly after completing his, yeah, it's what I explained it to. The man had a heart attack. He died shortly after completing his scenes for, was it for Mom and Dad Saved the World? For Mom and Dad Saved the World, I think he completed those scenes of his. I think it was in like what 91. I think he completed those in 91 until the movie was released. Right after he died, and especially the film released a year after his death is dedicated to his memory. Rasulala's death. I mean, it was Thalmus Rasulala's final film. Mom and Dad Saved the World. It was his last film, his final film. Until 1992, that movie was released. It was in theaters. It was released in 1992 after Rasulala died. It was dedicated to his memory. Rasulala's death. Rasulala's death was like 2 days before that of actor Red Fox. If I remember him, if I remember him, Red Fox, whose real name was John Elroy Sanford, who died of the same heart attack, and with whom he guest appeared, not guest appeared, whom he guest starred on the legendary Sanford and Son American sitcom TV series that's been out since the 1970s. In the episode, he solicited funds for heart attack prevention and awareness. However, judgment, also known as hits, can also be considered Rasulala's last film in his career. It's Judgment. It's Judgment. It got released the same. It got released the same year in '92 as Mom and Dad Saved the World. Judgment, also known as Hits, however, can also be considered Rasulala's last film in his career. It is as it was also released posthumously, but made during his lifetime. The partial filmography, The Out of Towners, Cool Breeze, Blackula, Willie Dynamite, Mr. Rico, Cornbread Earl and Me, Bucktown. Yeah, Bucktown. Friday Foster, Adios Amigo, Last Hard Men, Roots, Fun with Dick and Jane, The Incredible Hulk, Born American, The Boss's Wife, Bulletproof, Bulletproof, Above the Law, Star Trek, The Next Generation, The Package, Lambada, Lambada, New Jack City, Life on the Edge, and the last two films that was been released after he passed away was Mom and Dad Save the World, and at least Judgment. Yeah, there's references that's been out. So the references, I got another live show based on Old Dirty Bastard. So I got to watch out for that one. Uh, I'm focusing on the Hawk first. We'll focus on Big Hawk. Uh, that'll be a third live show that I had to do. I'm gonna focus on Big Hawk for a minute. Big Hawk, who's a rapper from Texas, You know what I'm saying? I already did this live show all way TV show sized, and that's what I'm doing. This could be uh this could be something I'm going to have to do. So I'll be right. I'm gonna be coming back with the birthday celebration of Big Hawk, a Big Hawk. That too. Rest in peace to Thalmus Rasulala, Jack Crowder. November 15th, 1935. Hold on. All right. All right, I'm ready. Rest in peace to Thalmus Rasulala. Yes, her name. Thalf. I forgot the word. Thalmus Rasulala. Born Jack Crowder. November 15th, 1935. October 9th. What's the name? Screwed up on the name. October 9th, 1991. Rest in peace, Jack Crowder, aka Thalmus Rasulala. I'll be right back with the birthday celebration of Big Hawk of the Screwed Up Click and the DEA. Stay tuned. I'm out of here. I'll be back.